Hello, and welcome to episode 182 of Daryl Show Your Work. All right, so in this episode, I'm going to be it's going to be building off of the last episode. If you remember, in that episode, I showed how to install a Wazuh agent on a client machine in order for it to begin to communicate with the Wazuh manager being hosted on a server machine. All right, so now that we have that set up, I want to now show how to be able to detect recon and unauthorized access attempts with the Wazuh application. So before I dive into that, I want to remind everyone to please check out INE. They have some great award-winning cybersecurity training and certifications that will equip you with the hands-on, in-demand skills that's required to be in the cybersecurity arena today. So that ranges from red team pen testing to blue team incident response and everything in between, again, that you could be able to speak to getting that hands-on experience, so you'll be able to speak towards that on your resume, on a job interview, and on a skills portfolio. So please go to get.ine.com/Daryl, and if you use promo code INF100-Brooks Tech at the checkout, or whatever you're purchasing, you should be able to get 10% off of that, with the exception of live virtual trainings. So that link and the promo code is going to be below in the show notes. All right. So the first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to simulate an unauthorized access attempt. So with that said, all right, I want to, even though it's not going to be really technical, I still want to give my usual red teaming disclaimer here that anything that I do in this video, any sort of any sort of malicious activity that comes from someone watching this video, I do not, I do not condone, nor do I take a responsibility for. All right. So with that said, all right, I'm going to be acting as the our good friend Mr. Alex Turner, and I am going to attempt to access folders that aren't authorized, that I'm not authorized to, and we want to be able to see how, excuse me, how Wazuh responds to that. All right, so starting here on the Windows client, I'm going to open up PowerShell, and let's see, let's run that as administrator. All right, I'm going to increase the font here so everyone can see. All right. All right, so let's say the first thing I want to do here, let's say that I want to list all user accounts and indicate whether each one is associated with the local machine or a domain controller. So in order to do that, I'm gonna say wmic user account get name, comma, local account slash all. And again, what this is doing is going to list all user accounts and indicate whether each one is associated with a local machine or a domain controller. Okay, didn't like something I wrote here. Let's see, what didn't you like? Ah, see, my keyboard strikes again. Okay, let me get rid of those M's there. Now let's try. All right. So we can see there are two administrator accounts. All right. So one is the local administrator here for this machine, and the other is the administrator for the domain. All right. So I've done some enumeration here. I can see all the user accounts here, and I can see both the local account, administrator account, and then also the domain administrator account. Now let's say that I wanted to switch to the administrator domain. All right. So of course, to do that, I do a CD for change directory, and then I'm gonna tell it to drive, and I want to say users administrator. All right, and that should switch me to the administrator domain. Excuse me, the administrator directory. Now let's see if I can enumerate the contents of this directory. So I'm gonna just do a list command here. And matter of fact, I don't even have to write all that out. Let's just take out the change directory command and enter in the list command, the ls. All right. Now, okay, so now it tells me permission was denied because even though I have administrative privileges, I don't have enough privileges to be able to view what's in that and that with that's what's in within that particular administrator um, folder. All right, so this is actually demonstrating the privilege of least principal in action. All right, so it's showing that again, even though I'm an administrator, I don't have a need to know what's in this folder, so that hasn't been granted to me. All right. So now I want to begin to see how the monitoring and analyzing the unauthorized access attempts, how that's being captured by Wazuh. All right. So I'm going to switch machines here to where Wazuh is actually being hosted. All right. Give me a second here to log in. Hold on. See, looking for that password. All right. Uh, okay. All right. Okay. So now that I'm in here, I'm going to navigate to where that is being hosted. So let's open up my browser here, and I'm going to enter in the address for me to be able to log into Wazuh. There we go. All right. So those default credentials, admin credentials should be good. So I'm going to click login. All right, so under the threat intelligence section, I'm going to threat hunting. All right, so down here on the bottom left, I want to check out all activity related to Alex PC. So I'm gonna click there. All right, and then going back up here, um, I'm gonna go to events. Let's see, where are you? Where's that tab? Here we go. All right, so see, where is that magnifying glass? All right, so looking at the magnifying glass icon here, let's click on, we see Windows audit failure event. So if I click on that, this should to tell me the details of that event. And that event is basically what we just saw, where I was denied access to the administrator folder. All right, so basically, so this is showing. So this shows an expanded view with specific details about the event, including the user Alex Turner. All right, let me see. Where can I want to show? We can see the PC here. Where is Alex Turner's right here? All right, and then we can also see the folder access, which is C users administrator right here. All right, and then the failed access attempt. So this can help gain a more clear understanding of the access patterns and can identify insiders threats or security gaps, and enhancing basically enabling the enhancing of overall security visibility and response. All right, so let's say I wanted more insights on this. So let's see, going up here to the search. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to type into here Windows audit, and let's say I'm gonna type in basically the rule description here. I want to see all rule descriptions that fit into this Windows audit failure event to be able to see if I could find a pattern of a frequency of this happening on the in the network, or with this particular user here. All right, and that would help me to identify an insider threat. All right, so I'm hitting enter, which is weird because we know. Let's refresh that. Let me see. Maybe okay. Let me try to write that in lowercase. Maybe it's really case sensitive here. Failure event. That is weird. It's not finding anything, which it should. Let me see. Should I adjust this? Huh. Let's go back to the dashboard here and then go to events. Let's clear this out. Because we know that at least one appears, so that's weird that nothing would appear. Yeah, that is odd. All right, let's see. Let's try. I'm gonna try one more time. It seems like it may have disappeared 'cause I'm not even seeing it here anymore. Okay. Well, that's weird. So usually what that would do, I'm not sure what's going on here, but usually that would kind of narrow the field to just those particular types of events that are related to those type of denial events where where we may have had a user trying to look into a directory that they shouldn't have access to, and we see repeated patterns of this. Then we could be able to identify that user maybe as an insider threat, or investigate a bit more to see, hey, what's going on? Do they not have the necessary privileges, or what's going on to where they're continuing to try to view content on the network or on the system that they don't have access to? And that will at least give us some leeway to be able to investigate events like that. Not sure what's going on here. We know we just seen the one audit failure, but anyway, I digress. So what I wanted to move on to is how we can create custom alerts to be able to better find those type of things. All right, so I am going to open up a terminal here, and I'm going to write a custom rule. All right, so let's use our nano text editor, and I'm going to modify the current custom rules file to add a new rule. All right, and it's located in the following directory, and the file that I want to modify here is the custom underscores rules file, which is an XML file, meaning it's machine readable. All right, and that's because Wazuh is reading this rules file. All right, so let's open that up, and then let's give it the password. All right, so this is rather long, so I've already written this out, so I'm just going to copy it in here. So copy it from there. All right, so let's paste it here. All right, so just explain what's going on here with this custom rule. So This is a custom rule that's going to detect unauthorized access attempts by monitoring Windows events, which logs access attempts to files or directory. This rule is set at the severity level of 10, which we can see here. All right. So it has severity level of 10. So this is going to ensure that any attempt by a user to access restricted objects is going to trigger a priority alert. So with the custom description, um, unauthorized access attempt detected, Wazuh will clearly indicate when such severity violations, excuse me, security violations occur. Okay, so where we saw audit failure, that was a very vague um, description what we saw before. So this is going to give a more a more direct explanation as to what is being flagged, and it's going to give it an increased alert level. So when a SOC analyst or instant responder views this events record, they're going to know that it's pretty serious and exactly what have a better idea what is happening. So when they click on the details, they have some idea already of what may have happened. All right. So do a control X to exit and capital Y to save it. All right. So in order for to apply this change, I am going to have to restart the Wazuh manager. All right. So let's modify this command a bit. We want to still come from the OSSec directory. All right. But this time I want to restart it. All right. So we're going to get rid of the nano text editor, and then this time the manager is located in the bin folder, the bin subdirectory, and then the name of the manager related process is Wazuh dash control. All right, and that I want to restart that process related to the Wazuh manager in order for this new rule to take effect and for Wazuh to begin picking that up. All right. All right. Looks like that's working. Excuse me. All right. So now I'm going to wait for this to finish up, and I'm going to switch back to the Windows machine as Alex again, and I'm going to try to generate some more events here within Wazuh. All right. So let me jump back over to the. Oh, what happened there? Okay. All right. I'm gonna jump back to the Windows machine. All right. So we're already in PowerShell. All right. So we're already in the administrative folder. So let's see. Let's try to run this list command again. All right. Okay. So got another denial. Now let's see what Zoo is saying. So I'm gonna have to reload that. All right. Let's get rid of all of this. All right. And then we can get rid of this and then update. And let's see if we get any new events. Matter of fact, I'm going to go all the way out. And let's go into Alex PC. Now let's go into events. Let's refresh it. I'm going to just refresh the screen and see what happens. Still getting. See, trying to look for my alert here. Hmm. All right, let me see. Let's try to exit out of Wazuh. All right, then let's go back in. Oops, we want to HTTPS. There we go, localhost. All right, we're gonna log in there. All right, go on to threat hunting. All right, and we're going to click on Alex PC. Let's go to events. All right, bam, there we go. All right, so unauthorized access attempt detected, rule level 10. All right. All right, so now we can see the specific unauthorized access attempt label in the event along with the high rule level of 10. All right, so it's going to give us the same details, but it's just going to make things a bit easier for our analysts that once they come into Wazuh here to be able to better have a better upfront understanding of what's going on. So instead of saying an audit failure, it's going to say unauthorized access attempt detected. So they're going to know that, okay, somebody within the system here tried to access something they don't have the privileges to view, and then we're going to plug that in here to the into the search bar, given that it works correctly, and be able to see, okay, how many past instances of that has this happened, and how many past instances of has this happened with this specific users. Then we'll have some basis to investigate, this user, and be able to see, hey, what's going on. Is this malicious? Is this benign? And is this something that is there some type of change or something that needs to happen with this user's access, or do they need to get some type of slap on the wrist from their management? But anyway, so the main thing the takeaway, I'm at the end of the video here. The main takeaway I wanted to get across is by simulating unauthorized access attempts and monitoring them through Wazuh, I can effectively test both the security policy and the custom alert configuration. The failed access attempts by Alex were promptly detected and logged in Wazuh with customized alerts providing immediate actionable information. So this example, it highlights the importance of monitoring and the custom rule configurations to detect and monitor inside threats and permission misuse. So regularly tuning and reviewing these rules ensures that security teams can quickly identify and respond to suspicious activities, reinforcing the organization's overall security posture. So please like, share, and um, please like, share, and subscribe. Most importantly, show your work. Please check out INE .com. That's get.ine.com/Daryl. Promo code INF100 Brooks Tech to get 10% off of your purchases, with the exception of live virtual trainings. And until next time, take care of yourself and God bless.